I'm still seething from having to make an elf video, so very much I'm seething. I hate elves. Very, very much. But you know who else hates elves? Orcs! And some of their kids. Let's talk about their kids, the Half Orcs. Now, how Half Orcs act really all depends on your setting there. A lot of it has to do with the setting. For example, the Half Orcs on Toril or Faerun are usually, not always, but usually, half mountain orc, who are ruthless, barbaric, animalistic monstrosities. They're green skin, pig nose, 6 to 8 feet tall, of brutal capabilities, with 2 to 6 in intelligence. They're often outcasted by humans for being what most would see as half monster, but also cast out by orcs for being, well, weaker. Meanwhile, the half-orcs in Eberron are very much different. Orcs on Eberron are primarily druids with a religious look on war and battle. It's less fight to conquer and more fight as a ritual to improve yourself. Similar to the Goliaths, actually. They're more closely resembling to the Grey Orc picture found in the 5th edition Monster Manual, or, as I like to view them, the Tolkien-like orcs. Grey, beefy, ashy patches on their skin, but they're very often civil. Some orcs even make farms on Eberron, usually rice farms. The half-breed is much more commonly accepted into other societies on Eberron. The orcs looking at them and thinking, your not-orc parent must have been strong for your orc family to fuck them, while the human family would look at them and simply think, ah, yes, another completely average half-breed or descendant of one. The half-orcs in Greyhawk and Dragonlance are much more likely to fall into the Toril outlooks of orcs. In Rokugan, they're kind of dependent on the clan. Some look at them as just another Joe, others won't allow them near the city. Though orcs in Rokugan are weird. Like Toril, they're invaders from another world, but they come from a world similar to the Oni and Ogres, the Shadowlands. It's weird, but let's get into their stats. Hey, what the hell was that?
Me hear you talking about me kids. Talking shit like me wouldn't find out.
What? I'm not talking shit. I actually have a strong fascination with the orcs in every setting, even Tolkien's orcs, though the rewrites with them are rather confusing. The only one I really don't obsess over is the Elder Scrolls ones, but that's because I hate elves.
You hate Knife Ear too? Well, that good. We be good friendly now.
Okay. I mean, I'm probably about half your side, so I would rather be on your good side, but you broke my window. Mosquitoes are gonna be hell in a week or so.
Oh, right. Florida. Me will pay in blood to fix it.
You know, a check would probably work a whole lot better.
But where fun in that?
I mean, I'll be having fun with a check. I'll have to see how much fixing a window would cost, but I can't imagine more than 200.
How much? You think me have that sort of money? Me will need to raid and pillage all week to earn that much.
You could just work a standard job to pay for things you want or need. You won't get shot that way. Unless you're a target worker on Pokemon card delivery day.
That does sound nice, but me not smart enough for most job.
That's fine. There's actually some businesses that give special needs people a hand in earning an income and taking care of themselves. Having less than average mental capability doesn't need to stop you anymore. We're in 2020s. Life's a lot better than what it was 100 years ago.
Okay, me find one of these places and try find work. Thank you, Hume.
No problem, my dude. Now, where were we? Hold on, let me check my script. Ah, yeah, we were going to the stat block for the Half Orcs. He's gonna break my window again, coming back for the full orc video, isn't he? Yeah, well. Half Orcs get a +2 in strength. Put your highest stat in that if you're a fighter, paladin, barbarian, or one of the other strength-based classes. If you're going with rules as written, touch spells are also casted using the strength modifier. Half Orcs also have a -2 on intelligence and charisma. This is because of their outcast nature and their brutish parentage. Though they cannot have an intelligence score less than 3 at base. So it's best to put your lowest rolled score into intelligence, unless you're a wizard or artificer or Duskblade or whatever. So, say you end up rolling a 3 as one of your scores, and you're a barbarian, or a fighter, or something of the likes. You could put that score into intelligence, and the -2 would take it to 1, but because half-orc, it would bring it right back up to 3. Now, they're classified as humanoid with the subtype orc, though they could also count as humanoid human if you take the human heritage feat from Races of Destiny. I looked further into it, and it seems as if Rangers with favored enemy orc and human, the 2 bonuses wouldn't stack, because they're the exact same thing. But a dwarf's hatred of orcs would count, and if they were a ranger with favored enemy human, then you would get both bonuses stacked on top of each other. This just an example there. They, like literally every other race I've covered so far, are medium-sized, with the land speed of 30. They don't get any bonuses to AC, hide, any negatives to attack or damage, or anything at all. They're boring. Now let's talk about their eyesight. Like very few races in Dungeons & Dragons, I think there are only 2 of them in the player's handbook, they get dark vision out to 60 feet. Dark vision is black and white, but in all other ways like normal vision. In low light, they can see twice as far as a human. In full light, it's absolutely normal. Keep in mind that black and white thing. I abused that as a dungeon master. Oh yeah, you're looking for the red crate in the dark. Black and white, you can't tell the colors apart. Now, the player's handbook also says they get something called orc blood, which means for all effects related to race, half-orcs count as an orc. This pretty much reiterates the type and subtype with a humanoid orc, but I suppose some players might have that question anyway, so it's there. Now, orcs and half-orcs are interesting in their languages. Most races get 2 base languages, then several bonus languages. Orcs and half-orcs get this as well, but they aren't the same bonus languages. You'd think they would be, but whatever. At base, they get common and orc as languages. My World of Warcraft brain is gonna try and call it orcish, so if I screw that up, please excuse me. The half-orcs also get Draconic and Abyssal, while the full orc gets Undercommon and Dwarven, and both of them get Giant, Gnoll, and Goblin. Now, I was trying to figure out that Draconic bit and Abyssal for the half-orc. A former DM of mine actually gave a possible explanation, half-orcs being smarter than their full orc cousins, brothers, whatever, are capable of understanding arcane languages, and Draconic is supposed to be tied to the arcane language. So it makes sense that they could learn it, but then Abyssal, well, they're more charismatic than full orcs, so they might be able to strike deals with abyssal creatures like devils and demons, though I can't remember which one's the one that speaks Abyssal. Anywho, but why is it that they can't learn Undercommon or Dwarven? That I'm not sure about. Me DMing games, I take away the limitations of the bonus languages. You just gotta have a story reason for why you can speak that language, you know? Half Orcs' favorite class is Barbarian, if your DM uses the 3.5 multi-classing rule. I decided to look into it, and it seems like very few people actually know what it is, but apparently how it works is if your two class levels are more than one level apart, you take a minus 20% on experience, which just seems absolutely ridiculous, and it reminds me of what 4th edition did with their split classes, and I hate that, which is why most people kind of shoot that in the foot. They don't get a level adjustment, absolutely none. We'll get into what level adjustment is, probably with either the full orc video or maybe the plain touched video. Huh, must be that orc. Did he find a job already?
Who me? Me got job. Me am now drummer for black metal band.
Wait, really? That's awesome! Wait, does that make you a bard?
Who me not know? Am bard. Me make music.
That's pretty awesome. So do you have my money?
Bye!
Hey, wait, get back here! Well, that's Half Orcs. I gotta get my money from that asshole there. So, shove off.